Hi there, it's Kevin again, reading the letters of my late father Jimmy Hodge, who was a journalist here in the Medway area of Kent, and I'm reading one of his letters every day in the year 2025, just as a small tribute to him, as he compiled 365 letters in 1999 to mark the start of the millennium at the end of the year. Today is the 24th of February 1999. Two or three topics for Jimmy today. First one was that there was a £20 million trade gap with Europe, and everyone was jumping around because apparently we were importing a lot more than we were exporting, and it was put down to sort of just, perhaps a whim, whereas in fact, Jimmy was just asking the question, do we actually make the right products at the right price? I think probably the answer is sometimes, isn't it? Um, I've read lots of books about, if you build the right thing, if you build it to the right standard, and you're building something that people actually want, you probably don't have a big problem. But if you try and build something people don't want, and don't even then don't build it to the right standard, you're going to be in trouble, aren't you? So Jimmy was just saying that's probably more likely to be the cause. He then talked about something that was a bit dear to his heart, being a Medway man. My dad was always associated in various ways with Chatham Dockyard, which was the birthplace of HMS Victory, and built at Chatham, and subsequently had nuclear submarines, all sorts, coming into the Medway area, and was a massive employer in the Medway area until perhaps the late 2000s, maybe, I don't know, perhaps early 2000s, not sure exactly when it closed, but it was a bit of a shock when perhaps the Labour government at the time decided that they no longer needed a naval base. It had been renamed a World Naval Base as opposed to Chatham Dockyard, and Jimmy was saying, well, probably 99% people will still refer to it as Chatham Dockyard, and he was a bit bemused by that, but certainly subsequently it did close, and thousands of people lost their job. I might have been one of them if I'd have decided not to go into teaching but join the local Chatham Dockyard, because I had a look round in 1973 when I was thinking of leaving school along with other fellow pupils, and we had a sort of conducted tour to all the different jobs, which ranged from rope maker to boiler maker to who knows what maker. Very interesting sort of 3/4 of a day, but ultimately, if you'd been accepted, 5, 6, 7 years later, you were out. Thousands of people made redundant, so it was very sad when that happened, and I wonder what they all did afterwards when they got jobs. Dad was also talking about America, and apparently he was saying, obviously, what America do today, we do next week. And he was saying that drink drivers apparently in the States were having their cars confiscated for almost permanently, I think, and he thought that was a jolly good idea, to do that. So that was something that he thought we approved of. And that was it, really. Chatham Dockyard. Let me just check. Yes, Chatham. Well, yes. Balance for trade, Chatham Dockyard, and not much else really. Not. I guess sometimes there were days, I suppose, when nothing stood out really. So, yeah, it's hard to report on really. I guess today, of course, 2025, we're out of Brexit. Out of Europe and trade-wise, and 51% of people think that's not a bad idea, and 49% think it was a terrible idea. And I'm not quite sure where I am in between that, really. I think there has been some benefits of staying in and some benefits of leaving, but I suppose I'm one of those people that say, well, really, when I'm long gone, then people will be able to look back over 40 years of being in and 40 years being out, perhaps, and then they truly will be able to look and say, well, actually, it was better being in than out, or vice versa, so we'll see. Anyway, that's it for today on the 24th of February 1999. You take care and mind how you go. Bye.